I'm Steve Monkey Mason and welcome to my showcase of the two Coreys, Volume 4. This is the Blu-ray collection. Now, the dinosaurs out and about, you know, getting his airtime. Check out the DVD, you want to know why the dinosaurs just appeared. Okay, so I didn't think I had that many Blu-rays, but then you got to think about the Goonies, the Gremlins, the Lost Boys. So yeah, so when it comes to Blu-rays though, Haim and Feldman, minimum, that's a new word, very little, like literally 80s, lots of VHS, 90s into the 2000s, a lot of Surface, a lot of straight to DVD stuff, easy manufacturing, you know, stuff I mean. People make a movie, get Feldman in, slap his name on the box, burn off a DVD, and that's where some of them came from. Blu-rays though, costs a lot of money to put stuff on Blu-rays. Quality as well, can't really beat around the bush. So, mainstream, there's a lot. But when it comes to the smaller ones, like the DVD collection, there's not. So let's get straight into it. Quite a random final cut release of Bordello of Blood, what went back to its original artwork. Dennis Miller, Eric, and Angie Everhart. Feldman does not get his name on the box. As I said in the other video, he turns up and becomes a lost boy and gets killed by a water pistol. Bog standard release, Dennis Miller. He tried to have, I think he was an American personality, he was in stuff like Murder at 1600, but it's the White House if you didn't know that. I didn't know why it was called that, but then it is. But yeah, Blu-ray release. Came out, was quite pricey, never came back in, like literally, like all years of running the Blu-ray department, just came in. But then the first one, Demon Knight, has never been released, so it was quite a quirky one to come out, will be in the second movie in a trilogy. We've never got the third one either. Right, next up is the Gremlins. Let's get the Gremlins out the way. So obviously there's multiple versions of Gremlins. That's I think that's my new one. So no, that's my Spanish one I got, my new Spanish collection video. It comes with a booklet inside, Gizmo peeking out the box, which is quite new. But yeah, Gizmo stripe on the back. That's the 30th anniversary one, which they dropped the absolute bollocks with it. And say 30th anniversary the only way you know it is because it's got a black back compared to its standard release. The 30th anniversary has a lot of great extra features, but they actually had a great opportunity to do something really special in the fucking. It's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers don't seem to do anniversary editions. I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot because the Goonies does have one, but Christmas edition, haven't opened it. Unlike the DVD, it's green to it's red. And then you've got two different ones here. That's one of them nice slippy little automatic covers. I definitely had the Gremlins with a new slipcover Blu-ray. I don't know what I've done with that one. And this is a weird one. I've had this for ages. It's actually magnetic. Opens up, and that is what the fucking special edition 30th anniversary should look like. But yeah, UK released that one because it's got the 15 insides. It's fucking gorgeous, that one. Right, so okay, that's a Gremlins out of the way. Gremlins is one of my favourite movies. So Stand By Me is next. Got one of them weird, there's only about 15, maybe 16 white label stuff. Groundhog's Day is one of them. Groundhog Day. Bridge over the River Kwai, you know, on the waterfront. Stand By Me's been getting a few re-editions on 4K recently. That totally doesn't look like Will Wheaton. I was talking about this in the Steelbook video. Totally doesn't look like that. If you want to see me Coreys pop up in the Steelbook editions like the Lost Boys and stuff like that, there's not that many. You could say that the Gremlins Steelbook, I've got two Gremlins Steelbooks. The new Zavi one, fuck you Zavi, and the original one. And there's a Goonies Steelbook with them holding all the way down. And there's the two Lost Boys, but they've all appeared in the Burbs. They've all appeared in the Steelbook collection because that is part of the showcase series. Right, it's not random. Next up, we've got Friday the 13th. Now this is still available on HMV.com, although it had a really limited run. It is on there because I was checking out what HMV.com stuff was coming out. It's on there. Get the first 8 movies. It was £30. Feldman obviously appears in the first 2. It's a nice little box set. I did a series about them. It's fucking weird how the first disc is blue. Again, going back to the blue comment. And then the rest have just been, you know, some of them are doubled up and stuff like that. Nice little box set. Little no extra features on the latter movies, but again, it's not the complete collection as it puts on the box because the rest aren't in it. Next up, Toxie Avenger, Citizen Toxie. 88 films. This film is fucking mental. Lush green case though. Lush green case. It is a flip cover, which is really cool. So that's pretty much what was on the DVD, the American one. and then you've just got the Toxic Avengers fighting, smashing people's faces in. To say Feldman pops up as a gynecologist in this, very random. I think Lemmy's in this one as well, randomly. But yeah, that is Toxic Avenger. I didn't bother buying with Toxic Avenger 2 on DVD because it was £1. And I didn't bother buying the whole series on Blu-ray because they didn't release a box set. They brought the first one out, and then they brought the second one out, and they give these nice little covers. And then I think the third and fourth just got the slim lines. Yeah. So next up, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3. It's weird that they've added Turtles in Time to that as well. Blu-ray box set originally was quite pricey, has dropped down in price. They've all got little discs. Mainly came out around about the reissue of the new films, adding Turtles in Time, which would have been a great working title for it. Instead, next up from America, unavailable on its own in the UK on Blu-ray. That is Lost Boys 2, The Tribe, Corey Feldman. Let's go with that fucking tags in it. Again, no, fuck me, it's double disc. There's a DVD and Blu-ray. It's pretty cool actually. Didn't even know that disc was in there. Hey. But yeah, it's got the Autumn Rooster, absolutely beautiful Autumn Rooster. But yeah, wasn't available. Got a DVD release, but did really well. They made the third one, so the third one got its Blu-ray release as well. So there's the third one. You check out the show, channel and stuff. The big ass Lost Boys Freak posters right off camera there, and I've been lucky enough to get it signed by both Feldman and Newlander. The Frog Brothers of Black for Blood. Where the fuck is Alan Frog on the front cover of that, man? And I spoke to Jameson about it, and he was just like, oh yeah, but there was artwork, and then we don't know what happened, and it's just fucking weird. We got a Blu-ray release, flat standard, a few extra features and all that. I liked them as a trilogy. It's a shame that the follow-up about the werewolves wasn't done, how weird the fucking second one ended up with Feldman's a vampire, but then Haim's a vampire, they're not a vampire. Jameson Land is credited in it, but they're not in the fucking film. Except for the extra features, it's like, what the fuck? Like, really, what the fuck? So next up, Crank 2, definitely have this one. Again, Haim rocking the most fucking biggest mullet. Again, it was a positive sign, seeing it a big, like, I mean, that probably is the last movie he was in at the pictures. Next up, The Burbs. Now, The Burbs, there's two Burbs here. So this is strange enough. There's The Burbs, okay. Arrow release, funky ass fucking front cover. Inside you get a counterpart with the original cover. Back to its Origins of Purple Sky. And Arrow brought this out, and they brought a steelbook out, and they raided Joe Dante's house and all that. Then fucking, they just released that with no extra features on. It's exactly the same as the DVD. It's like, what are you doing? Like, really, what are you doing? Like, I had to buy it because I did that. I'm like, there's another colour of the bird. I'm like, why do that? So, like, why? Just answer us the question. Right, so there's another copy of Lost Boys 3 here, unopened. That's from Poundland for £1. So they have a Lost Boys 3 unopened. Go over the collection. There's the other copy of the Lost Boys. I knew there was another one. Where the fuck did that come from? So that's the other version of the Lost Boys I was on about, with the noodles. Right, Lost Boys. That's a nice one. Again, more covers by Warner Bros. And then Lost Boys 3 of the trilogy. Now it's white on Blu-ray DVD, and it's the only way you can get the Blu-ray of the second one in the UK. It's a nice little box set, not about £10 for the free, which is pretty good. It includes all three Lost Boys. But yeah, I like it. Jet black, Frog Brothers on the disc, how it should be, and yeah, nice little collection there. Right. Is Corey Feldman in the Gotham Knight? Is he not in the Gotham Knight? I don't fucking know. He was credited, then he's not credited. He does a lot of voice work. If you check out my The Good, The Bad and What the Fox for Corey Haim, and that is on, it'll be on the artwork, so you can have a look at the artwork. There's a music video I made for that on there, and it's only on there. It's not been released ever on its own. It's hidden right at the back of the fucking video. But if you want to see me editing some music up to that movie, check it out. I love it to bits. It's a shame it's never been released, but hey, it was made like what, about 10 years ago now, that, so check that out if you like that. 13 years ago the video was made, so definitely check that out if you've never heard of us even mention The Redemption. Anyway, so next up we've got License to Drive on Blu-ray. No heavy grime on there. American import. So I picked it up. Fucking tagged as shit. Missing bits and bobs. Let's just say. Next up, the Goonies. Goonies. So yeah, just like the Gremlins and just like the Lost Boys, you get the standard release edition they brought out. It's really cool on Blu-ray because like it's a 12, it's got the uncut bits in it. Still no octopus in the main film, but they're reuniting with a cast and they're all sitting down watching the movie. It's a fucking lot to take in, but it's class. Then you've got the nice little slim covers. Then you've got the new chest covers as they made. As you know, Warner Brothers just keep on doing shit like that. And then in America, they brought this bad boy out. Look at this, man. He's got lush artwork. I mean, I love that alternative artwork. And you open it up and again, check out my Goonies video. Paul Ray's in it. Get a standard, get an Empire thing, get a book. I've got a fucking board game in that box. You get yourself a little story art cards and that's an octopus on one of these, I think, from what I remember. That's cool. Yeah, straight away the octopus. I know. So no, it's a pretty cool little edition, special edition. I bought that off a guy who comes in the shop called Eddie. He was just like, do you want to buy it? And I was getting fucking damn right stuff. And last but not least for the Goonies on this one, this is a 30th anniversary. We only ever got one version in this at work, one copy. It came in like that. It's never been spider tagged or anything like that. It still appears on certain websites to buy. But it's pretty much just a like, very, very flat packed version of that. But this is what they should have done with the Gremlins. It's what they should have done with the fucking Lost Boys. Warner Brothers just don't seem to fucking get it, man. Yeah, you get the storyboards and you get the book, which has the original artwork. But that's essentially all that was on it, you know what I mean? There's something else down the side there, but you should be getting posters in it and I don't know, man. Like, is it too hard to ask if people were doing special editions, right? If you you went to directors, Richard Donner, right? Richard, like, do 1,000, sign 1,000 of these and stick a fucking nice little price tag on it. Just do it, you know what I mean? Just do it. Right, I'll see you in the outtakes for one more Blu-ray. Okay, the last Blu-ray is actually from the director. Yeah, and it had a limited run. Was all online. Must have been like a very quick batch, and it is the Backlog Murders. Now I've done a podcast for this. I've also do a review rant random. I expressed in the last video I really enjoyed it. I did have this on VHS. The idea of doing a Scream / kind of movie around the elements of the backlot of Universal Studios where it's closed and you're running around and you're filming on the Psycho house, the shark from Jaws, or Bruce is in the background. It's a set from the Lost World. You constantly looking in the background, go fucking hell, look at that, fucking hell, look at that, and it's just so much. I mean, there's a music video being shot. That's the principle why they're on the backlot, and it's a step from the Lost World. It's fucking just class. The main director in it is the voice of Roger Rabbit, which when I was watching it originally, I was thinking, his voice sounds so familiar, but I don't recognise him at all. And it's fucking Roger Rabbit. As I say, Haim's got a very small role in this, but yeah, it's fucking really cool how it's got the brand new funky artwork being done. It's a Blu-ray edition, comes with a nice commentary with some guy who's quite funny on it. Banana Man, that was his name. I knew he had a Code Red and Banana Man's. But yeah, it's really funny. Haim is on the back. But no, as I say, that came all the way from the production company themselves, so yeah. Not many, if you take away the fucking multiple fucking obsessive buying of the other titles, but yeah. That's been the Blu-ray. Steelbook is part of the collection, so there's been the big box VHS, the small box VHS, the Laserdiscs have popped up in all the videos. I've done a Laserdisc video a year ago or so now, so this is my showcase series, so it's like showcasing collections of certain movies and stuff like that. I am probably running out of collections, you know, group, unless I start just going around and start grouping everything together. But yeah, thanks for watching, like and subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.
And now, the end is here.